The City of Toronto regulates the taxicab industry for the main purpose of safety for the passengers, safety for the drivers, and also for consumer protection. So when you get into a licensed taxicab in the City of Toronto, you know that that driver is screened. We check those vehicles twice a year to make sure that they're fit. We also put regulations on the vehicles so that they can only be certain types of vehicles, and they can only go beyond the road for so long. That means that Toronto residents and visitors, when they come to the city, they get in that cab, they know that there's that safety component. If anything were to occur in the taxi cab while you're in it, you can bring that complaint or compliment to the City of Toronto, and we can follow up with an investigation. So that means that there's accountability for anything that happens. Also in taxi cabs, we mandate safety items and equipment. So for example, we have the lights at the back of the taxi cabs where if there's an emergency in the taxi cab, the driver can press that button discreetly and it alerts the outside world that there's something happening and the police can be called. As well, licensed taxi cabs are required to have cameras so that if there's anything that happens in the vehicle, there's a record that the police can look at. So those are the sort of things that we make sure that our taxi cabs have so that it ensures the safety.
It's a lot safer than a regular taxi. They do the check. I don't do the check. They do. And they let you know in 2 days or 3 days, they say, well, sorry, you're not good. You have to comply with everything they ask you. Driver's license, insurance, safety of the vehicle, ownership of the vehicle.
It's funny you say that because...
How can you not be safe?
So I felt more safe having the choice of picking my own driver rather than just giving someone pre-assigned to me.
The main reason why I'm not a big fan of it because it's not safe for girls. If they take them and if anything happens, as a cab driver, they have our license and everything, right? So in there it's different. If something goes wrong, they might not be able to track the driver down and stuff like that.
Women nowadays, they say, I'd rather take this than their regular taxi. I know who's coming to pick me up. I know how safe the driving is going to be.
Another great advantage of using Uber is the app. So normally when you call a cab, you could call a dispatch person and they say the cab's on its way, it's 20 minutes away, and you're always waiting. And it never comes, and you keep calling, there's like, yeah, don't worry, 10 minutes, stuff like that. With the Uber app, I found that as soon as I requested it, I saw where they are in real time with the GPS technology that they were using. And I would see the driver ahead of time, so I knew who was picking me up. I knew which car was coming, I knew the license plates. And if I was getting picked up in the mall, for example, I could call them or text them saying which store to pick me up at, which was very convenient for both the driver and me as well.